Alright, Homestead Know-How, life is good. So today we're going to clean our nasty driveway. The products that we're going to be using for this is a couple of the Never Kink made in the USA water hoses. That's going to get us our distance from our spigot. We're going to also be using a DeWalt surface scrubber. These things are amazing. Different brands. You can get them with handles and so forth. We're going to be using this hose that I picked up from Northern. It's a non-marking pressure washer hose with the quick connects. I also picked up the quick connect attachments for the pressure washer for that and the wand. That way it's easy. You don't have to worry about unscrewing and screwing the ends on the hoses. You've got your different tips, and one of them's already on the wand. And then we're using the Stihl RB400 Dirt Boss. This is a 2700 PSI machine, and it'll take some stuff off. Alright, so we've got some stuff falling from our pecan tree, stuff tracked in from vehicles. We've got dog poop from our dog. We've got pee. Probably even got kid pee because they like to just let it go wherever. As you can see, this is kind of light colored. I had started this and never got to finish it, so I'm just going to redo the whole thing. This is what it looks like, and you can see where stuff gets crushed on it. Kids like digging in dirt and getting it all over it, and you can see where I kind of outlined everything before. So what I like to do is I go around and I'll do outlining the edges with the wand, and then I'll take the disc and finish everything out. Now I've got to go all the way to the road to there, and that is, now this driveway is about 16 feet across. Alright, and from the road, it's kind of turned out to be a nice day. I thought it was going to rain. Alright, so from the road we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, about 50. Let's just say 50 for simple math. So when you pace it out, roughly 3 feet per pace step. 3 times 50 is 150. 3 times 5 is 15. Add to 0, 150. And then if you want to, you can figure out your total square footage. You know, you do 150 times the 16 feet across. And then you can get your actual square footage for this. So we're going to start this, and I'm going to look at my time, and if I have any interruptions, I'll try to figure that in too. That way you get a general idea of how long it takes. And I'm pretty sure we'll have to fill the pressure washer up again with fuel when we go to do this to get it all finished. And then I'll probably do my sidewalk as well. Don't know if I'll include that in the video or not. So what I like to do on this is I've got my water hose off. Now I used to have quick connects on these, but it just became too much of a hassle when I was doing other stuff. And of course I'm using a phone, so I don't know if I can thread this on. Let's see if I can get lucky. Actually, I might get lucky. Alright, so we're going to thread this on with one hand. You can usually do these hand tight. And they'll work pretty good. I'm going to pause you for just a second. Okay, so we've got that connected. And then we need our male. Let's see. Try not to get this all tangled. We need our male end. This is just like an air chuck fitting. And what I like to do is I like to go ahead and stretch this out. I'm going to try to make sure I don't get any dog poopy. So I'll go stretch it out, and then I'm gonna turn it. That way I get my full hose length and it's not kinked. Alright. And I might be tangled up there, I don't really know right now. So I'm gonna go up here and look and see if we're tangled. You can hear my neighbors, you might be able to hear my neighbors anyways in the background shooting. At least I believe that's them. That's gonna be Black Diamond Guns and Gear. Is their YouTube channel. If y'all heard that, but there they go again. Alright, so we've got that stretched out. And then I'm going to take my wand. I'm going to get it connected up. And then we'll go turn our water on. You never start a pressure washer without the water turned on first. The water is what keeps the pump cool. If you start it without it, you can damage your pump, burn it up. Now, when you turn your water on, you'll have air obviously in your water hose line and all that, so it'll take a little bit of time to build some pressure. Gotta get all the air out. And something else to keep in mind, if you're buying a pressure washer, say it's for your own personal use at home, you've got to make sure of what the PSI coming in to the pressure washer is, because on pressure washers you have to have a certain amount gallons per minute. I said PSI, but it's gallons per minute coming into the pressure washer, so the pump gets enough. And once again, if you don't have that, then it can cause problems. Alright, so we've got the water on. Got our wand. I'm going to carry it back over here, because obviously we're going to wand first. Now, see, you can hear the air. Alright, so we're going to let that run, and this will help kind of purge the system of air. This is before I even turn the pressure washer on. And you can actually, if you want to make it even quicker, make it quicker, you can just take the end off, which is what I just done. Sorry, that was a little blurry there. Alright, now you can buy these ends if you lose them, but let's not lose an end. Alright, so you're not using it, just plug it back in. If for some reason I have to transport this pressure washer, which I don't, I take the ends out and put them somewhere separate. That way, if they're on the trailer, right wind, or they bounce out, they don't get took off the pressure washer. Alright, so we're going to let this do like this. And it's still kind of, you can feel it in the handle, actually, the air bubbles, and see when it jumps like that, that's air coming out of the system. The reason I like doing this, because if you don't, you got your pressure washer started and you're just wasting fuel trying to let all the air get out, when you could just sit here and do like this. So makes it a lot better and a lot quicker. I've had this Stihl for a couple years now. I've not had any issues out of it. You know, typically it fires right up within a couple pulls, even after setting over the winter. Now, something good to think about in the winter time on these, on any small engine stuff, lawnmowers, weed eaters, or string trimmers, backpack leaf blowers, regular leaf blowers, you know, any of your equipment like that with the small engines, it's good to try to run the gas out of them, or run the gas out of the bowl, or put like a Stihl in them to where it's a fuel treatment, unless you're running 100% gas, because the 10% ethanol stuff gums the jets up and stuff in them, and it'll cause them not to run. Then you'll have to get them repaired, or repair them yourself. Something else to think about is, if you don't want to go through that hassle, you know, it's pretty easy for the most part for me to go out and just fire up all my small engine stuff once every other week or so, let them run for a few minutes, shut them back off, and then what you're doing is you're burning the fuel out of the the bowl and then letting it refill so you got fresh fuel. That's not just been sitting down the bowl by itself, because it's a smaller concentration of fuel in the bowl versus what's in your fuel tank. So it's more likely to break down and gum up. So, alright, with that being said, let that run a little bit. So we're going to find a head, and I'm going to go with the yellow. And let's see here, see if we can do this. Ooh, you're a little close. Hey, a little close. Alright, so pull it back, put it in, make sure your collar locks, which this one didn't. So a lot of times, there you go. Alright, now it locked. Alright, so we're going to fire this thing up. So this part will be noisy. Alright, we're going to go fuel on. Make sure that's there. Turn on the choke. Alright, oop. So now your pressure washer's running. The pump will build, and you'll be able to hear it. Alright, so here we go. Alright, you hear that drag? Alright, that drag is the pump. Now I'm going to give you an example here real quick. Alright. So as you can see the difference pretty easy. Alright, so like this. Alright, so we can even, if we want to, we can go on. Anyway, you get where I'm going with this. Homestead, okay? Alright, so now we've done that, I want to show you the disc. Alright, now this disc, on this one, the way it works, I'm going to take this over here so I can talk to you. Alright, let's go over here, away from the noise a little bit. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to pop our end off. Tried this earlier one-handed, didn't have no luck. I'll probably have to put you down again. Alright, so we've got the end off. Now on this, if you flip it over, it's got the same end as what your nozzle would have. Alright, so all you do, you take your wand and you get it lined up. I'm going to pause you and do it. Alright, so now it's clipped in, just like that. Alright, now you just use your wand and whatever angle works for you. Now I'm going to show you. Alright, just like that. Now, it's got brushes on it. That's a lot quicker than just using the wand itself to pressure wash. Alright, you can go over it a couple times if you want. But, you know, the slower you go, you know, the less passes you'll have to make. But as you can see, and then, you know, you got some tough spots, you can let it sit there for a minute. It usually works better if you get down a little bit lower, you kind of bend over, take a little bit of the up pressure off of it. But as you can see if you go slower, see how I went. I was kind of going fast and it wasn't doing that good. But if you go slow it down. Now I'm going to kind of rinse this off a bit. Oh, it's a hovercraft. Flying away. Oh. Alright, so there's that. And I'm going to get this pressure washed. Actually, I'm going to leaf blow it first. I'm going to take my backpack leaf blower. It's a Red Max backpack leaf blower. I'm going to blow all this stuff off to get it out of the way, and then I'll come through and pressure wash everything. And then I'll show you in that video. Alright guys, so we got everything pressure washed. As you can see, the pecan tree's already dropping stuff. So that'll end up getting ran over and crushed. But the main thing, and all this is just what's dried, I'm going to spray back over this and knock the light dust off. this concrete is very old. It was here when we bought the house. So it's going to have some stains and stuff without me bleaching or anything. And of course, my little buddies have already tracked stuff back on, but all this stuff's where those pecans had failed and been crushed, and they will stain like no other. So I'm gonna hit them with a hard nozzle, see if it'll knock it out. If it ain't, it's no big deal here. And you can see the difference as I walk out here toward the noise machine. Oh, and I'm on my second tank of gas. So, second tank of gas. Now, if you look out here at the difference, and I know the lights, the sun's not really out too much, but as you can see, it's done a really good job. And it took me about 2 hours and 15 minutes, give or take. So, I'm going to leave you with some stripes I mowed, and view of the sky, homestead know-how. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We hope y'all have a blessed day. Thank you.